Hey guys, Justin and Chris here with a GS breakdown. What we're talking about is Borderlands. There were a whole bunch of rumors and craziness circulating yesterday, but you have the actual details. You've seen the game. Can you confirm Borderlands 3 on PS4 and Xbox One finally?
No!
Oh.
Not even a little bit. It's not Borderlands 3. It is the third Borderlands game. It's called Borderlands the PreSequel, but
It's called the PreSequel.
it's called the PreSequel because it's Borderlands 2 is the sequel, takes place before Borderlands 2, but after Borderlands 1, so it's like crammed right in the middle there, chronologically speaking, though it does run on the Borderlands 2 engine, so it still looks pretty nice. I saw a game demo in action. It was on the PC version, so it had all that PhysX stuff going, but it's coming out for the PC, the Xbox 360, and the PlayStation 3. No next-gen Borderlands confirmed at all.
Well, that is a surprising, but that is what we heard from these rumors. Even though it's not next gen, what did you see? Is it something that's exciting? Is it going to be something that you want to play as a Borderlands fan, or is this just the same old, same old?
If you want more Borderlands, it's more Borderlands. Yeah, so I mean, it's the same format. You've got the four new Vault Hunters, and you know you're working for Handsome Jack before he becomes the sort of full-blown supervillain that he is in Borderlands 2. Hey, that's just what they told me, and I'm just the the messenger here, from the game demo to your computer screen. It takes place on the moon, Pandora's moon, which, as you'll recall, is a little bit broken up, and there's like that giant Hyperion space station shooting big space lasers into it. Handsome Jack is trying to it's part of his rise to power, part of his origin story, I guess, if you will. They like the character of Handsome Jack so much, and so did a bunch of you guys, that he's back.
What about Claptrap? Is there going to be a Claptrap is my favorite character.
Yeah.
Is he in the game?
Oh yeah, big time. He is actually one of the playable Vault Hunters. And this is a question I asked during the demo was, Claptrap, I mean, it's like this tall compared to, so will his point of view be like Odd Job style from GoldenEye and be like very low to the ground? Yes.
As a short guy, that's the kind of advantage that I look for. So being said on the moon though, is there, I heard there were some rumors about oxygen playing some kind of weird role in this. Is that true? How does that work?
Yeah, so there's an oxygen meter now that accompanies your health and shield meter, and it slowly decreases whenever you're outside in a zero atmosphere environment. It's low gravity, so Borderlands kind of has floaty jumps. Now they're even floatier. But yeah, you have this oxygen meter. It slowly declines, but if you go inside where there's atmosphere, it replenishes. If you find a lootable oxygen chunk from a loot chest, you'll replenish it. There are also stations you can activate. Creates this kind of atmosphere dome where your oxygen won't decrease, but also a bunch of enemies are gonna come running at you and shoot you and stuff in the true Borderlands fashion.
What about any moon technology?
So, I guess you, your jetpack, you kind of have a little bit of a jetpack, they said. They said it's, you could spend O2 to do a double jump, although what I saw was not jump, it was more like jump, and then glide, a really ton. And then
Titanfall had a double jump mechanic. Is it something similar to that?
No, we didn't see that in action, but they might not have shown the double jump. It was a very limited demo. Also there's a tumble maneuver, a dodge out of the way kind of thing, but they didn't show that. That's gonna cost oxygen. What they did show was the ground pound, which every character can do now because you can jump so high. It's plenty of space for you to then come back down, ground pound, and you can get like a shield kit. You can get an O2 kit or an Oz kit, they're calling it, that will imbue that with elemental damage or stuff like that. Of course, there's 4 new characters. Claptrap is one of them. We don't know what his ability is. They didn't talk about him much. Nisha the Lawbringer, she was a character in Borderlands 2, the Sheriff of Lynchwood. Don't know much about her. Wilhelm is this little Wolverine-looking guy who's actually almost fully half machine, half man, or mostly machine, man, boss, robot. In Borderlands 2, you fight him very early on. He was in the demo, but the character that they played with was Athena, the gladiator. And her active skill is like a Captain America shield. Just holds that thing up, it absorbs all damage incoming from the front, and then at the end she throws it out, beams an enemy, they explode. Delightful.
A good tie-in with the Winter Soldier, which is out in theaters now.
Yeah, capitalize on that shield throwing genre, which is real hot right now.
Any other cool new moon weapons or?
Yes, Cryo Ammo was one of the big things that Randy Pitchford was very excited about. Freeze guns. So it's a new elemental damage, and it does that thing that you want a freeze gun to do. Freeze the enemy in a block of ice, and then you shatter them, and then because it's low gravity, it doesn't all just crumble to the ground. It kind of floats away, and you see like meat chunks inside of the ice chunks, and there's just, and like, you know, when there's no atmosphere, also your loot will float away, and it'll come back down eventually because there's some gravity. But you know, they're getting playful with the moon setting. It's being developed by 2K Australia, which is, you know, in conjunction with Gearbox Software. And those guys have worked a bunch on BioShock games, but now they're really putting a lot of Aussie humor, I guess, into Borderlands 2, or Borderlands, the pre-sequel, I should say. There's gonna be a lot of Ned Kelly jokes. I don't know who that is.
So, I mean, I guess when he said there was no Borderlands 3, that's true. This is not actually Borderlands 3. Gearbox might still have something in the works, though, and they've definitely teased a next-gen reveal coming at some point.
Yeah, they said that they've got a new IP in the works at Gearbox Software, and then they're doing Borderlands 2 stuff as well. And they were, you know, obviously everyone wants to know, is this Borderlands 3? Is it coming to next gen? They were sort of adamant to say, look, people want more Borderlands, but all those people play Borderlands on the PC, the 360, the PS3. Like, a fraction of them have next-gen systems. The install base just, you know, it's not there yet. So they're like going for one more round of Borderlands on last gen. I'm sure we'll see it on next gen sometime in the future, but no announcements for that.
So when are people actually going to be able to play this game?
Slated for the fall, actually, so just a few months away. We'll probably be seeing more of it at E3. They're showing it off at PAX East this weekend, but we've pretty much already seen all that stuff. And if you want to know more about it, I've got a pretty extensive written preview up, so there's a lot more detail on different weapon types and how Athena, the character, seems to play, what kind of strategies and skills you can unlock through her various skill trees. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah, if you want to read more or see more about the Borderlands universe, go ahead and check out GameSpot.com.